Hey everybody, what's up? So by popular demand, you requested a Cersei Night King White Walker video. There's a couple other things we need to talk about, like zombie bride of Franken Mountain Cersei. So this will be an explainer for some of the evidence that the show has given us for her potential path. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get everything. I do Game of Thrones videos every week. So a lot of you are asking about the Cersei breath during that trailer. So the big prevailing theory now is that she could potentially align herself with White Walkers and the Night King. The most obvious thing is that it's just implying that winter is coming for the rest of Westeros, all the way down in King's Landing. Look at the map here. This is where the wall is. This is where the Night King is coming to sometime in Season 7. This is how far he has to travel. Even though the text has been very vague about the association between the weather itself, like winter itself, in the Night King, it would still take a long time for it to start snowing in King's Landing. That would be crazy, but that's where we're headed. And officially, the Citadel has released the White Ravens. That's what Samwell was looking at when they first arrived there. That means that winter has come. They released the White Ravens. They send them to all the different castles and say, hey, winter's here. The season has officially changed. But Westeros is a big place. It's going to take a long time to see visible signs of winter all the way further south, like in the Reach, down in Dorne. It will not start snowing in the desert overnight. And there are so many things that have to happen before Cersei would choose the White Walkers over anyone else in Westeros. So the idea is that she'd have to be backed into a corner.
I think the idea of Cersei without her children is a pretty terrifying prospect because it was the one thing that really humanized her, her love for her kids. And as much of a monster as she could sometimes be, she was a mother who truly did love her children. And now those children are gone and all she's got is power, and she's got a lot of it. I mean, she's the queen, she's sitting on the Iron Throne. I don't think that bodes well for anyone, really. And I think, even for Jaime, who loves her, I think it's a terrifying moment. She's capable of doing anything, as she's proven in this episode, to get what she wants. And the real question now is, what does she want?
So let's chart this timeline. We have Daenerys' alliance. She's aligned with the forces of the Reach. They control most of the grain in the kingdom. They can start starving Cersei out. Euron is still available to take care of Daenerys' fleet. So there are a couple big battles that have to happen before Daenerys can actually make landfall in King's Landing, because I think that's what we're all waiting for. But she's sort of on this path mirroring Aegon the Conqueror's path. So she's still going to have to go around and subdue all the other loyalists to the crown. And that includes the Lannisters of Casterly Rock, which are completely on the other side of Westeros from King's Landing. Daenerys promised to help with Euron Greyjoy. He has a massive fleet, so what they could do is try to intercept him on the western coast here. That would get them to Casterly Rock, so that's where you get your Lannister battle. But remember, they'd have to go around the Reach down here, down around Old Town. Samwell Tarly's father was one of the greatest generals that the Mad King had. He is old school, so it's more than likely that he would support the crown. But even if the Tyrells have problems with them, it seems like most of Westeros will wind up aligning against Cersei. The only thing the Lannisters have going for them is their gold. And in the books, it's implied that the gold mines are running dry, so they get backed into a corner. That's where you start to see Cersei making plans to possibly align with the Night King. The only way that makes sense is if she goes completely scorched earth policy, although that metaphor works a little better for Daenerys because dragons literally scorch the earth. But if they haven't been very clear about it on the show, in the books, as she's heading up to her Walk of Shame, that's sort of where they end her book storyline. They've already gone way past her book plot on the TV show, but as she's getting ready for the Walk of Shame, she's slowly descending into more madness. The people around her start to question her sanity. She gets more and more paranoid, so even if she winds up doing the same thing during Winds of Winter and blows up the Faith Militant before her trial using wildfire, it's still implied that she's descending into madness. Leaving Septu Unella in the hands of the Zombie Mountain seems like the most vicious thing ever. So what they're trying to show you with TV Cersei is that she seems like she has it all together and she has a plan, but really, she will not hesitate to kill her subjects. She just blew up a whole bunch of them with wildfire at the end of last season. So it's not too hard to buy that she would align with the enemy of her enemies. So you see Jon Snow, you kind of hope he'll come to his senses. There's one war that matters. It's coming for all of us. We have to stop it. So the burden of proof is on him now. Daenerys doesn't know anything about it, but she has enough sensible people around her giving her advice like Tyrion and Varys that they would tell her of the threat of the Night King and the White Walkers, and she would do the right thing. So if you're just talking about book Cersei, I would have never thought that she would ever become a White Walker or become a supposed bride of the Night King. But the really cool thing about that theory is that it does not trample on the Valonqar. Someone still gets to kill her, whether it be Jaime or Arya or someone else. I really want it to be Jaime just because that would be so poetic, but that would still leave the door open for her to be resurrected. So she gets to be this badass character just completely destroying everything in her path during season 7, still gets to die and show up and be a badass character during season 8 because Lena Headey's contract does go through season 8, but that doesn't mean that she's going to live through season 8. The only way around that technicality is to become a risen White Walker yourself, or be risen in the way that Jon Snow was brought back by Melisandre. So let me know in the comments, pie in the sky theory, do you want to see Cersei turned into a White Walker and work with the Night King during season 8? Now, there's so many questions about what would actually happen, the logistics of it. Would she retain her mind? Would she become some soulless minion? They can talk. Their language is called Scroth, but it sounds like ice cracking. So even if a White Walker Cersei gave the greatest speech ever, we wouldn't be able to understand what she was saying. And I should actually add that Qyburn can also bring people back from the dead too. He seems very committed to Cersei, so that's just one more way that she could come back. Zombie Cersei, that would be one of the greatest villains during season 8.
What do you think you're doing?
Saving him.
Your Grace, I wish it were otherwise, but Sir Gregor is beyond saving. Well beyond. This man is not even a maester, let alone Grand Maester.
That's for the best. No maester knows how to save him.
That is exactly the sort of arrogance that had him...
You can save him.
Difficult to say, Your Grace. But if my past work is any guide, we stand a chance. The process may change him. Somewhat.
Will it weaken him?
Oh, no.
Very well, then.
May I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the King's Guard? If it please your grace, he has taken a holy vow of silence. He has sworn that he will not speak until all his grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
So let me know in the comments, what are all your Cersei theories? I know a lot of you asked for a Dragonstone video because Daenerys is in Dragonstone in the teaser, so I'll do a video for that in a couple more days. There's a new round of the Game of Thrones giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. It's for a copy of one of the enhanced editions of the books. Congratulations to the recent winner for my last video, Carlton Matthews. Please private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. While you wait for that to post, you can click here to rewatch the trailer, and you can click here for my Stannis video. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys in the next video.